Hi guys, it's Kathy. Today I'm bringing you another tag, which I'm finding quite fun actually, and this is one that I found while just browsing through YouTube, and it's the Aussie tag. So this is obviously for Australians out there, and it's just a bit about me as an Australian and how I find living in this great country. So the first question is, which state do you live in? I live in Queensland, which is the northeasternmost state, though it is absolutely huge. It's about, I think it's about 1,200 kilometres from Brisbane to Cairns, and Cairns, I think there's another 800 kilometres north of Cairns, maybe not quite that much, might only be 6. But anyway, from the tip of Cape York through to the Gold Coast, which is on the border, it's a long drive. So it's a very, very big state, and it's also very wide. But it is called the Sunshine State, but I find not so much during the wet season. It's normally the rainy state and the floody state, so particularly in the last couple of years. But yes. Which states have you visited around Australia? Well, Queensland obviously. New South Wales, which is the state directly south of us, and Victoria, which is the state directly south of New South Wales. So I visited the 3 main states on the east coast. Well, they're the only states on the east coast. Then you've got the Australian Capital Territory, which sits in the middle of New South Wales. So yes. What do you order at Boost Juice? Well, for those non-Aussies out there, Boost Juice is a juice takeaway outlet. Basically, they pride themselves on their healthy juices. I'm saying this with a slightly sheepish face. I don't drink Boost. I prefer McDonald's. If I'm wanting a healthy drink, I will normally go to Subway and get one of their smoothies. But otherwise, I just tend to, if I'm going to have takeaway, then 9 times out of 10, I'm going to want something greasy and fatty. So, just the way I am. If I want something healthy, I'll make it myself. Now I got to choose one. Supre, Valley Girl or Cotton On. Now they're all clothing stores. I definitely have to say Valley Girl on that one. I have never liked Supre. I find their clothing to be distasteful in most cases. And Cotton On is okay, but I find a lot of their clothes wrinkle too much, and I like clothes which are easy to maintain. So definitely Valley Girl. Sportsgirl or Dotti? Neither. I don't shop at either of them. I've only recently moved to a place which even has those stores in the town I live now, so, but no, I'm not a huge fan of either of them. Who is your favourite Australian actor or actress? Definitely Cate Blanchett. No if, buts or maybes about that. She is just so classy, and I know she's getting a little bit older, but in my opinion she's still one of the most beautiful women in the world. So describe your formal night in high school. Well, it was the night we graduated, so everybody was already on a massive high because we knew we'd never have to go back to school ever again. It was one of the more formals in recent years. Like, a lot of the times the girls would be wearing cocktail dresses, etc. This one, a lot more girls, including me, wore ball gowns. So, i.e. big poofy dresses, which meant that, yeah, it was an absolutely beautiful looking formal. So, yeah, no, it was gorgeous. It was held in a sports club, which was very, very nicely decked out, and it was great. The only negative thing was we had some rat bags in our grade, which then promptly destroyed a lot of the cutlery of the place that was hosting us, so that was a bit of a negative, and it certainly reflected badly on our year, but nah, what can you do? You're always going to have them. Do you like Vegemite, or how do you eat it? Oh, I love Vegemite. Oh, it's fantastic. It's just so salty and lovely and strong, and oh, it's great. But my favourite way is having butter on toast, and in my opinion, if you're sick and you have Vegemite and butter on toast, if it doesn't cure you, you may as well start ordering your coffin because you're going to die. In my opinion, it cures everything. Don't know why, but it does. Have you ever seen or petted a kangaroo? Well, yeah, I'm living in Australia. They're like pests here. There's gazillions of them everywhere. You just see them hopping down the road. Literally, where I live, they hop down the road. They are everywhere, and well, maybe I should take that back. If you live in regional Australia, which, let's face it, makes up the vast majority of the area of Australia, maybe not necessarily the population, then you'll be well acquainted with kangaroos. But yeah, no, I've definitely seen them. I have unfortunately run over quite a few of them in my time because they do have a tendency to get in front of cars. It's very sad, but that's just the way they go. And I have patted more than I care to admit just because they're so cute. I really like kangaroos, so yes. I'm just going to bring this down a little bit. Whee! That's better. Have you ever seen the Sydney Harbour Bridge? Does flying over it count? I saw it from the air. I've never actually been inside Sydney itself in that sense, so no, I haven't seen it except from the air. But even that, it was quite impressive. There was no doubt about that. Do you say mate? Absolutely. Daily occurrence. It's just how I deal with people. And g'day? Yep. My greeting to my crew is g'day guys. So, yeah, it's definitely the way I speak, and must be because I live in regional Queensland or something, but yes, no, definitely how we work. Do you like thongs or wedges? And for you people out there that say thongs, why are we talking about underwear? No. Thongs in Australia are flip-flops. So, we call them thongs, that's all they are. So, and for me, definitely thongs. I like wedges a lot, but I tend to snap my ankles in them. So, thongs all the way. There's nothing better than just wandering down to the corner store in a pair of thongs. Jumper or sweater? Personally, I didn't know there was a difference. For me, a jumper is a sweater. You've either got jumpers or jackets. So, that being the case, I'm going to say jumper because I don't really know what the difference is. Must be a fashion thing, I don't know. And overall, what do you think of Australia? I love my country, and I can't put it any more plainly than that. I've been to several other countries, England, US, New Zealand, even the Solomons, etc. And every time I get home, I can't help but just breathe a sigh of relief. Like, even if I've had the best time in the world, pardon the pun, in another country, when I get home, get back to Australia, it's just like, yes, no, this is definitely where I belong. So I cannot see me leaving this country for love nor money. I'm never going to say never, but I think I will always come back to Australia. It's a fantastic country. It has everything we need. We have freedom. We have tolerance, which is something which, in my opinion, is one of the greatest gifts we can have, is not begrudging someone something different than what we necessarily believe. So, no, Australia is fantastic, and I encourage anybody who wants to take a trip here to come on over and see it. It is definitely fantastic. So, yes. So that is the Aussie tag. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to do it the same or leave a video response of it, please do. And any comments at all, questions, etc., please do not hesitate to comment below, or click the button above me which says subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. And yes, until next time, thank you very much for tuning in. Bye!